Should. I kind of wish this word would be removed from Webster's dictionary because every time I hear the word should, I feel like Homer Simpson. Oh, let me tell you why. One day, I was checking my email. There was a survey from a nonprofit organization that I volunteer with. The instructions were simple. Please provide answers to the following questions. There were 3 questions. What is your favorite color? What is your favorite food? And what is your favorite song? Excited about our meeting, I joined the session early. I listened to everyone's answer. I was the last person to go. When it came to me, I provided my simple response. I don't have one. The looks on the faces of the women in the group was of confusion. Like I'd said something wrong. I thought, we would continue on with the agenda of the meeting, but nope, we didn't. It was like I opened the floodgates to a multitude of questions. Just for those few words, even small, it was like 20 minutes, a whole entire conversation. It felt more like an hour. Around why I should have a favorite color. Some women shared, you should have a favorite color because of this, or you should have a favorite color because of that. Not having a favorite color would mean this, or not having a favorite color would mean that. It literally felt like a should attack. I eventually thanked them for their feedback. And I said not to spark up any more conversation, but I was curious as to why you have a favorite color. With very puzzled looks on their faces, we went on with the meeting. After I closed my computer for the night, I started to think, like anything else in our lives, do we hold on to our opinions so dear that we need to share those opinions with everyone, even when it's unsolicited? Now, I'm not going to say it is not good to give your opinion, but if you think about it, are you shoulding on people? Are you so focused on your own perspective? Are you doing more harm than good, invoking what I would call a should attack? Using the word should can be very dangerous when it's directed towards others. When we tell others what they should be doing, what are we really suggesting? Are we basing our should on our own perspective? Could it be rooted in our own experiences, solely based on what we have experienced? The next time that I met with my volunteer group, guess what came up? You guessed it. Me not having a favorite color. I asked the group, how many times today did you use the word should? Everyone agreed, a lot. I went on to say, it's like this word has become a permanent fixture in our everyday language. We use it in conversations with our friends, co-workers, and even our families too. We use it as a way to seemingly motivate ourselves or to keep ourselves on track. To express our feelings, even if it's frustration or guilt. I share that even though everyone has a right to an opinion, doesn't mean everyone needs to share their opinion. I talked a little bit about how more than ever, it's a great time for us to embrace who we really are as a person, like who we really want to be. Our whole selves, which extends beyond a favorite color or a favorite food or a relationship or hair or clothes or whatever. I wanted them to know that for me, having the conversation, how it made me feel. I ask, have you ever thought about the other person that you are shoulding on? Think about it. The last time you were shoulding on, how did you feel? Really think about it. Looking at the faces of the women in the group, I realized they shoulded on me. And it could be maybe, just maybe, they were shoulding on me because they should on themselves. Maybe it's like this unspoken internal should narrative that they've embraced. Well, the good news is that there are some alternatives to should. We can focus more on the why instead of the should, whatever it is. We can think about how we can start reframing our perspective, how we can align ourselves with our values. Back to life, back to reality. We can also start accepting our own realities, our own experiences, no matter what they've been, even if our experiences are different from somebody else. The truth is, shooting on people, even when it's yourself, makes life way too limiting. Just in case you're wondering, the reason why I don't have a favorite color is because I don't see the need to drill down to just one. I value the differences of all the colors, not just choosing one. Because it depends. It depends on the environment. It depends on what I'm wearing. It depends on the company that I'm in. It depends on my mood and 1,000 other things. As I've become more interested in my own internal dialogue, I've learned how to get in touch with how I feel about myself. I don't have to worry about just one thing. I give myself permission to be dynamic. I give myself permission to try something new. I give myself permission to be myself. Long gone are the days of people signing up to be just one thing. We have our entire lives to choose whatever we want. We get a great opportunity every single day to reinvent ourselves, to remove the layers of should and remove any other facades or any other boundaries that we've put on ourselves or other people have put on us. How I show up in the world is important to me. It's more important than anyone else's should. A strange thing happens when you should on people. It undermines the person's ability to do what they want, to be who they want to be. Wouldn't it be nice if we would take the time, take a moment to remove all the shoulds? What would life really be like? Because in reality, shoulds are pretty limiting. So I just want to remind you, please, I beg you, stop shooting on people.